What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about HBAR today, Hedera hash graph. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. All right, here we are on this, the 4th of May, sitting at about 17.8 cents. You have a potential setup here for an inverse head and shoulders pattern. I don't think that it is. Personally, I think this head is too big for the shoulders. I think that it really is too big. The volume profile fits. But it really doesn't. It really actually doesn't, because the left shoulder, if this is the left shoulder, your volume, it's actually higher in the head than it is over there. With inverse head and shoulders, then head and shoulders pattern, you want the volume to decrease as it continues onwards. And I don't know if you've necessarily got that. It kind of looks like it, but kind of doesn't. I think that the pattern itself, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, it's more of a fake setup. So people think that this is a great time to buy. It's going to move up from here. Clearly, it's going to move up from here. It's at the base of its pattern. It's got the inverse head and shoulders. It's ready to go. But the head's just too big, man. The head's way too big. So I think you're going to come down. I do think that you're going to go lower, and that's fine. H-bar, that's fine. Inevitably, Hedera hash graph. Man, I love it. I love the times that we live in now, but I'll tell you in a second. I do believe that you're going to go higher. Inevitably, over the months, by the end of by the end of June, if not early July, you're going to be at prices that are around like $1.40 to $2. You know what I mean? It's going to be good. But I love the times now because I can actually talk. Everybody is a lot less, man. Back in the day when I first started in crypto, it was tribal as hell. You think it's tribal right now? It was tribal as hell. Even if you expected the price to go up inevitably, if you just mention that it's going to go down, people are like, "What are you doing? Why are you saying that? You're just a troll. You're just a fudder." People would be so pissed off at any kind of logical aspect to the downside. It was just not. It was not well received. Nowadays, you can talk about the downside even in the wake of going up, and people seem to receive it better. It just reminds me how far we've come, man. So tribal before. If you think it's tribal now, it used to be really tribal before. But there's a lot more coins now. Now everybody's like, okay, well, we're all baiting the waters, trying to find the big fish, right? We're all in this together, essentially. Someone who catches a big fish, we're like, hey, good job. I'm going to try and find mine now. But anyways, 17.777 cents. Go buy a lottery ticket. Looking here at the daily RSI, we are rejecting the overbought zone, right? Rejected it. Last time that we rejected it, we went all the way to the oversold zone. It brought us to this relative low so far. I don't think we're going to see that now, but I do think, with the rejection off the overbought zone, that sets you up for a couple of things. Either you bounce off the 50 or you bounce off the 40. That's generally the expectation we have, or even to the oversold zone itself. So you didn't bounce off the 50. You likely do have a little bit lower to go, if not even lower than that. Where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? From a low to a high, my expectation would be that you at least drop, let's see here, you would at least drop probably down to about 16 cents, 16.3 cents, but most likely you drop down to 15 cents, 15 to 14 and a half cents. Yeah, I like that area a lot. I think you will. 15 to 14 and a half cents. That's where my expectations are over the coming week. That's my expectation. I think that you see that. I think it'll be a quick drop and a quick recovery as well. And, starting not next week, but the week after, you'll probably start to break out of this overall bull flag that you're in. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. What do I know? But I think this is a bull flag and a half right here, you guys. From a low to a high, if we're putting this right at the low here of the pattern, which is how you'd measure this move, that takes your measure move at a minimum. It would put you up to about $1.20. Let's do something with some more historical data here. So $1.20, we'll just keep that in our minds, right? $1.20 right here, put that on there. It's actually just below $1.20, right? So something like right there, that's the measure move. If we take our all-time high from last cycle, September 2021, to our bear market low here, whenever you break out, whenever you see new all-time highs, the minimum fib, the first target in this primary target zone between the 1272 to the 1618, that is your primary fib extension area. Your first target lines up very well with the measure move here. So not financial advice, not a financial advisor. It's completely possible that you could stop at $1.21, and that's it for HBAR. I don't think you stop there. I think you go higher, but time will tell. My expectation is, and maybe you do stop there momentarily. Maybe you move up here for a couple of weeks, you stop there, whatever, you consolidate, and then you finish your move up going higher, something like that. With the 1414, the next target area, which is at about $1.80, the expectation would be if you interact with this that you go a little bit above it, right? Oftentimes with the 1-4-1-4, you don't just stop right at it and find resistance. Oftentimes you do go a little bit through it and then you close below it, and that's your resistance point right there. So my expectation would be $1.80 or higher is what I'm thinking. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. $1.21 could be the perfect area to top off at. Watch HBAR go right up there, and then it tips and it finds resistance, comes back down, and then it'll try again months later. It could do that exact thing, but likely, at least in my expectation, we would see something that's around $1.80 or higher. I don't think that it'll stop right at the minimum target, right? You're breaking out of your prior cycle's highs. I think you're going to see some fantastic behavior, and it's not going to end at the minimum target, but it could. It's very possible that it could. From a high to a low here, you got your 1.886 level. It's a very possible area to stop at. In fact, I've actually been saying over the past couple days, I've noticed a lot of cryptos stopping at this area. Whether it's as support or as resistance, I've been noticing that. So if you stop here, that's fine. $1.21, $1.30, something like that. But if you go above there, if you're above $1.30, you likely will not stop until you're at $1.80 or higher, and likely higher. With the 1-4-1-4, you go just above there most of the time. With the 2-2-7-2, it's the same kind of prospect. So get above $1.30. If you do, you basically cement the idea that you will see prices around $2 by the end of this next endeavor. You're at 17.7 cents now, with the prospect in you to go down to about 15 cents, 14.4 cents, and then from there recover, seeing an overall growth of about, let's see, how much is that? If you're dropping down, let's just say you drop down to 15 cents exactly. The overall recovery would be something on the lines of a 7.8x to potentially an 11x move. Actually, even a little bit more than 11x, right? We're talking about like a 13x move could happen for HBAR. So crazy potential over the coming days, or over the coming weeks and months, really. Over the coming days, you're probably going to go down a little bit, load up for this move up, and the rest is history, man. Weekly RSI looks bullish as hell. Monthly RSI looks bullish as hell. Daily time frame looks like it wants to go down a little bit, but that's fine, right? The 4 hours, same thing. It looks bearish. Actually, the 4 hours convincing, very convincing that over the next 3 days we'll probably see a little bit of a pickup in pace to the downside. Once you get oversold, that's when that pace picks up. You know what I mean? So here, if we're looking at it here, you're getting set up much like this, right? Think about it like this. We're rolling over. You got the flat, the double bottom, the flat, the double bottom here, right? And then you finally, once you begin to roll over at a fast pace, that's when you get oversold, right? You're very near the oversold zone here. You're absolutely super close to it, and then boom, you pick up in pace. So it really wouldn't surprise me. And in fact, I would encourage it to drop super fast. The faster it drops, the more intimidating it is. You'll shake out the weak hands. The people who are smart will step in and buy. You're going to replace people who are scared, paper hands folding in the wind, with people who are tactical, strategic, and patient. You're going to get strong hands in there. It's going to be everything that you need it to be, structurally speaking, fundamentally speaking, from a technical perspective, to pump you higher. I've got nothing else for you guys. HBAR is looking fine. Just expect a little bit of a pullback. It's nothing crazy. The rest of the market's going to dump a little bit, and then we'll be moving up higher, singing Kumbaya, drinking mojitos in about a week and a half. I got nothing else for you. Hit the like button, subscribe, and if you've never had a mojito, get a freaking mojito, man. Get it. You have to get a mojito from like the right place though, right? Don't get it from just kind of some kind of random restaurant. If there's no mint leaves in the mojito drink, you do not have a real mojito. Okay. Anyways. They're really good. I don't even like minty things. I'm not a mint chocolate chip kind of person, but damn it, man, I want a mojito now. They're just so good. They're so damn good. Mojitos, baby. Take it easy. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.